Today I would like to discuss what is an object, and mainly why we go for an object-oriented programming language. First, let me discuss why we go for an object-oriented programming language, so that in that process you'll understand what is an object as well. Okay. So why we go for an object-oriented programming language instead of a procedure-oriented language? So that is in a C language. Okay. Suppose in a C language, okay. Suppose we are having 100 functions. Okay. We are having a 100 functions. So what is in a function or a method? Function or a method, both are same. Okay. So something else, as I'm saying something else, it is user defined. You can write anything else here. Something else which is having open and close parenthesis with a return type where you write some logic is called as a function or a method. So in the terminology of C language we call it as a function, whereas in the terminology of Java we call it as a method. Okay. So here I'm saying, okay, so in the C language, okay, suppose you are having, so we are having 100 functions. Okay, we are having 100 functions, and so I would like to have an output of only 99th function. So what is my intention? To have an output of only 99th function. So instead of this I'm running remaining 99 also. So why? Because so whatever the thing you write in the main method, so that directly executes in the RAM. Okay, so that's instead of 1. Okay, so what is our actual intention? To have an output of only 99th function. So instead of this you are running remaining 99 also. Okay, because whatever the thing you write in the main method, that directly executes in the RAM. Okay, so instead of 1, okay, suppose you are running remaining 99. Okay, so that's okay. Suppose you are having 1000 functions. Instead of 1, if you're running remaining 999 means, so definitely there will be a burden on processor, right? So even though that is running in the RAM, that will be run by the processor, so thus there will be a burden on a processor. So in order to avoid this thing only, mainly we go for an object-oriented programming language, whether C++ or Java. So in case of C++ or Java, okay, so the object-oriented programming languages, so what we do means, so we write, so we'll create a class. So what is in a so here a class is in a keyword followed by something else. Okay, something else will becomes in a class name. So here example is in a class name. Okay, so we write all the functions in the class here. Okay, we write in the class. Okay, so here we don't call it as in a functions, we call it as in a methods. Okay, so both are same, varies with the terminology, right? Something else which is having open and close parenthesis with a return type where you write some logic is called as in a function or a method. Okay, so here we are not supposed to call it as in a functions, we call so these as in a methods here. Okay, so we write all the methods in the class and we write a main method. So what is a main method in Java? So public static void main. Okay, so this is a main method in Java. Okay, so here we'll create in the main method we'll create an object for this class. Okay, so we are creating an object for this class. How we are creating an object for that particular class means within a new keyword. Okay, so basically new is in a keyword. With a new keyword followed by the class name, we are creating an object. Okay, an object will be created here itself. So what do you mean by an object here means, so creating an object for that particular class. Okay, for this particular class called as an example is nothing but creating an independent memory. Okay, creating an independent memory for that particular class in the main memory called as RAM. Okay, so that is called as an object. Okay, so means so an independent memories that we create in the RAM is called as an object. Okay, for that particular class. Okay, okay, so this is an object. Okay, so we are creating an independent memory in the RAM, so this is called as an object. For this object we are pointing some reference called as obj. So thus this obj will becomes a reference to that object. Okay, so the obj will becomes a reference to that object. Okay, so now, so what is our actual intention? To have an output of only 99 function, right? So we'll call only this, so that only this function will be executed in the RAM. So whereas in case of C language, all the methods, okay, so all the functions will be executed. Okay, our actual intention is to have an output of only 99 function, but instead of this you are running remaining 99 also. But whereas in case of Java language, so as we are creating an object means we are creating independent memory in the RAM, and so this all non-static methods, these methods will be resided in that object, with the object reference. Just we are calling. Okay, so what is the method we would like to call? Only this will be executed in the RAM. Mainly, okay, so because of this we go for an object oriented programming language. Sorry, now let me execute that program. Right, okay, so example class here. So here I'll write the methods. So what is a method? Something else which is having open and close parenthesis with the return type. Okay, so I'm going within a void here. It means we are not returning anything else back to this method. Okay, so in the function one, okay, to make ourselves understand, I'm writing in a printf statement here. Okay, so that is system.out.println. So I'm not writing system.out.println, just I'm writing syso, and I'll go within a control space. Okay, I'll get system.out.println. So this is an advantage of these IDs. Okay, Eclipse IDE. Okay, it will reduce the hard coding. Okay, so here I'm okay. So I'm saying that no, it is this is function one. Okay, so here I'm writing function two to make ourselves understand. Okay, so I'm saying this is function two. Okay, and so finally I'm writing function 99 to make ourselves understand. In the println statement I say this is function 99. Okay, now let me write the main method. So okay, so no need to write public static void main here. So just I'll write in the main method and control space. You'll get the main method. Okay, so this is the advantage of this IDs. It will reduce the hard coding. So in the main method, okay, what I do, I'll create an object for an example class. How to create an object? So within a new operator followed by class name. So here what happens? An independent memory will be created for this class in the RAM, right? So for that independent memory, I'm pointing some reference called as obj. Now with this reference to the object with obj then dot operator. So here I can now I can see all these methods. But what is our intention? I would like to call only the 99th one, 99th function or method, right? So only this will be executed in the RAM. Okay, only this will be executed in the RAM. Let me run the program. So right click, run as I'm running the program. So here only the 99th function will be executed. So by creating an object, okay, we are giving a permission for this method to run in the RAM. Okay, so that is an object. Now let me explain that. Let me explain that. Sorry.